Kayla and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the 5 habits I think you need to bring into this new year. So on all StyledByKaylaXO platforms, we've been talking a lot about values and habits and goals and advice for the new year, as a lot of people are obviously talking about in January. It's what we tend to do in January. And so I wanted to wrap up the last video of January by talking about 5 things that I think we all really need to focus on in 2021. So if you're interested in hearing more about what we've been talking about around core values and goals, and my 6 pieces of advice for the new year, make sure you head over and listen to the Lifestyle podcast. The first 3 episodes of season 2 are all about advice and values and goals. So I highly recommend that you check those out. The podcast is always linked in the description of my videos. But today, we are talking about the 5 key habits that I think we all need to bring in to 2021. The first is probably the most important to me just in general. I talk about it a lot here and on my blog and on my podcast and on Instagram. I just talk about it a lot. And that's gratitude. A lot of what we've been talking about in these last 3 episodes of the podcast and on all the content this month has been about how important it is to see the beauty in life. It's been a rough year. We've had a rough 2020, and times are still a little bit hard. And so I think it's really important that when we're in tough times, we spend a lot of time appreciating the things in life that are good and recognizing them, because sometimes you just need that to get through the day. So I highly recommend that you develop a gratitude practice in 2021. I recommend this any time of the year, but right now, I think it's really important. And so my gratitude practice, I have a gratitude journal. This is the Start Today journal from the Hollis Co. This is what I like to do because it also has my goals in it. I really like this product, but you can easily do this on your own. There's an episode of Rachel Hollis's podcast where she explains how you can just set this up in your own notebook. You don't need to buy the pretty notebooks, but this one's really pretty and says be brave. I really like buying the notebooks, but I'm also I spend a lot of money on stationery. But the key thing with this is you start every day writing down 5 things from the past 24 hours that you are grateful for. 5 things that made you happy, that made you see the beauty in the world, that made you laugh, that made you smile, that made you have faith in humanity. And it can be small things. Like, let's go through some of mine. I started this one at the end of December. So let's see, we've got snow, Target runs, good Chinese food. I had a pajama day. I got to see my friend Maddie. Bridgerton has made it on here a lot. Also Bridgerton the musical. My curls looked really good one day. Y'all know if you have naturally curly hair, sometimes your hair just wants to fight you. On the 4th of January, or no, the 3rd of January, my hair looked good. Starting over, being back on track, good ideas. I got my nails done. It's the weekend. Bird websites, like it can be weird things. The other day I saw a bird in my backyard that I didn't know what it was, so I found a bird website that told me all about what it was, and that made my gratitude list. So it doesn't have to always be the big things. It's kind of a given that we're always thinking about the big things that we're grateful for, but this is more about just recognizing what's good in the world. So I highly recommend that. There's a lot of other ways you can do it. Something I want to get better at is sharing with people at the end of the day something I'm grateful for. So maybe you call a friend, especially right now when we can't see our people. Maybe at the end of the day you call a friend and you each say one thing you're grateful for. This one is so important to me that we are starting a Styled by Kayla challenge on Monday called 100 Days of Gratitude. And it's really simple. Every day at the end of the day, starting February 1st and going through May 12th, you're gonna share in your Instagram story 3 things you're grateful for from that day. That's it. I'm gonna make a template. There'll be a template on my Instagram, which is right here, KaylaDanielle11. You can screenshot that and be ready to go every day. We're gonna share 3 things we're grateful for through the middle of May. I hope you'll join me with that. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. But gratitude, that's the first thing. The second, and arguably the next most important, is to hydrate. Like, I don't know who needs to hear this and who needs to repeat this with me, but this is something I needed to hear a lot, and sometimes I still need to hear it. Say it with me, people. Coffee is not water. Coffee is not water. I think that just in general, drinking water is good. You like get on the internet and you Google benefits of drinking water and it's like a mile-long list. And I think it's something that not a lot of people drink enough of. So buy yourself a cute water bottle and just get hydrated. This I actually got for Christmas. This is the water bottle my dad got me for Christmas, with a smoothie straw in it because I'm a klutz, and so I use my reusable smoothie straws in my water bottle. But I always have this with me. I'm refilling it throughout the day. I try and get 120 ounces in a day. But you know, whatever feels reasonable for you, it's so beneficial for your energy levels, your sleep, your skin, your gut. Prevents headaches, which is a big one for me. I get headaches really bad. My whole family is prone to migraines. And I, though have the like least severe of them, still are pretty severe. So drinking a lot of water helps with that. When we're back in a time where we can be, you know, going out and hang out, people, it helps prevent hangovers. So there's a lot of good reasons to stay hydrated. And if you have a water bottle near you right now, chug. Cheers. All right. The third thing that I think we need to prioritize in 2021 is self-care. It wouldn't be a Kayla video if I didn't talk about self-care. It's in my Instagram bio. I'm a self-care advocate. I have a merch line based around it. That link is always in the description as well. I think it's really important that we're practicing self-care every day. Now, some days we only have the bandwidth for the basics of self-care, right? Getting out of bed, taking a shower, brushing your hair, brushing your teeth, eating, right? Like some days we just only have the bandwidth for the basics. And that's fine. It happens. Just make sure you're doing the basics. And then if you're in a place where you can make more time for even more self-care beyond the basics, do it. You know, read a good book, curl up in bed and watch a movie, eat your favorite food, bake something. I love to bake. Baking is like one of my favorite forms of self-care. You know, do a face mask, call one of your friends up, go to bed early. Whatever you need to do to just take care of you. Because remember, you can't, it's like the most cliche thing, but you can't pour from an empty cup. You've got to take care of you before you can take care of others. You are the most important person in your life. So you need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself first. And kind of along with that is piece number 4. And that is to police your self-talk. It is very easy to become your own biggest bully. When you have just thoughts running at all times, sometimes it's not the most positive thoughts about yourself. So one habit I really encourage you guys to come up with in 2021 is to just make sure you're checking yourself. If you start to think negative thoughts or hear yourself say something negative about yourself, turn it around. For every one negative thought you think, you need to think of something positive or say something positive about yourself. There's no excuse for being down on yourself. It's very easy to fall into that trap. I know that I still have days where I just like am so upset with myself and it just bleeds into my thoughts and the things I say about myself. But you gotta turn that around. You are so special and you need to know that you're special. So make sure that you are policing that self-talk and not letting yourself bully yourself, right? You shouldn't let anyone bully you, but especially not you. You shouldn't be bullying yourself. And the 5th habit I think you should do in 2021 is grace. To show some grace. This has been a rough year. We've talked about it a lot. Everyone's talked about it a lot. It's still not great. A lot of people are just doing their best. And sometimes what their best is right now isn't what you expected, isn't what you wanted. But guess what? It's what they've got. It's what they can do. We have to meet people where they are right now in this kind of a tough year. So it's really important that you are showing patience and grace with the people in your life, because this has impacted people in different ways, right? There are people like me, and this one I have to remind myself of a lot. There are people like me who, when things went insane, I went into focus mode, right? My instinct was to buckle down and get to work and do all the projects I'd been planning for years but never had time for, and just go, 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 go. That's my personality. I'm an Enneagram 3. I like to work. Some people really shut down and it's all they can do to get their basic needs met. There's two ends of the spectrum and people fall all within it. You've got to show people grace. Now, is everyone in every situation deserving of your patience, grace, and kindness? No. But I mean just in general in the like living of life department. I don't mean like show grace and kindness to people who are abusing others and saying horrible things and think people are less than. They don't need your grace. They don't. They don't. But the people who just aren't on that same plane as you, who aren't in the same place with their emotions, their productivity, you know, some people just need a little more patience and grace from us right now. And also have grace with yourself, right? You're not perfect. No one's perfect. And especially in hard times, sometimes you're gonna struggle. Sometimes you're gonna fall behind where you think you should be. Show yourself some grace, right? Grace is not just for others, it is for yourself. So make sure that you are taking care of you and also others. So those are the 5 habits I think that you should really work on in this year of 2021. It's so weird to say 2021 and we're a month in. But I just think it's so important that we have something to focus on as we go into the year. And so now that January is over and we've gotten through all this content of like preaching it at us, now we just need to go do it. So I hope y'all will join me on February 1st, start the 100 Days of Gratitude over on Instagram. Make sure you are following KaylaDanielle11 on Instagram so that you don't miss out on that. The template will be over there this weekend. I'm really excited to get started on that and to hear all the things you guys are grateful for. If you are not subscribed, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss whenever I upload a video. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment below of what you think a habit that people should be doing in 2021 is, and I'll talk to y'all in my next video. Bye!